Trending right now, Oprah Winfrey paid almost $30 million for a sprawling equestrian estate on the California coast. Take a look at your screen. Now, this 23-acre farm in Montecito comes complete with all of the things you'd expect of a deluxe equestrian ranch. It's got covered stalls, spacious pens, paddocks, riding and exercise areas. However, the property, which has views of both the Pacific Ocean and the San Ynez Mountains, doesn't actually have any horses. This is her latest property that she's bought for $14 million. She actually paid recently for a ski chalet in Colorado. That was late last year. I mean, the girl's got so much money.
Yeah, she'll get the horses. Don't worry, they're coming.
If I was a horse, I'd like to be on Oprah's
right.
horse.
I'd like to be Oprah's horse.
Right.
Thank you.
The Eagles are going to fly high and honor Glenn Frey at the Grammy Awards on Monday night. Frey died last month at the age of 67. Now, his former bandmates are going to be joined by singer Jackson Browne, who co-wrote the Eagles' first hit, Take It Easy, with Frey. Frey also co-wrote many of the band's other hits, including Best of My Love, Lion Eyes, and Hotel California. The Eagles are Rock and Roll Hall of Famers who sold more than 100 million records worldwide. And YouTube plans to take on streaming services such as Netflix and Hulu. The site releases 3 made-for-YouTube movies today. It's also launching a new series. It's clearly a response to similar moves by competitors. The original content is part of YouTube's Red subscription service. It costs about $10 a month to do away with the ads and get access to YouTube originals and the company's music service. Wow. So what do you think of those things, Shelley?
Well, as I said, I'd like to be, if I came back as a horse, I want to be Oprah's horse.
Yeah.
I think that's, the Eagles, that's my era. I'm a product of the 60s, a child of the 60s. And this is very funny, but I actually stayed in Todos Santos, Mexico at Hotel California.
Wow.
And all I kept doing is singing that song in my head. I was a great Eagles fan, and he was a giant in the music industry, and he's going to be missed. YouTube, that's my son's generation. If I can get rid of the ads, I'm all for it. And if it only costs $10 a month extra, it's worth doing.
They've been around longer than Netflix, but Netflix has come and really swooped over that genre. So hopefully YouTube can. I mean, I'm all for a good competition, right? Bring on the live streaming,
Get rid
baby.
of cable.
Yeah. And also trending right now, Twitter. Speaking of your son's generation, right? The social media company has reported that it lost 2 million users in the last 3 months of 2015. Since announcing that, their stock dropped 12% in after-hours trading Wednesday. To put it in perspective, at the end of 2015, Twitter had around 305 million active users. Facebook had 1.6 billion, and Instagram surpassed Twitter in September with 400 million users. Now, according to CNN Twitter, they've been struggling to win over new users for quite some time now, launching new products to try to address the issue. But we want to know today, are you flying away from Twitterville? Which social media app do you like most? And Shelley, I'm going to ask you, because last time you were like, you get social, you like it, but it's, how about now?
You know, the beauty of being CEO and senior provost of Touro University is I have a whole bunch of people doing all that for me.
You have people for that.
I have
Students,
people that do that.
Because it's a job, really. I mean, to post these things, to get people to follow you,
You know,
it's work.
and then you end up, you are so focused on it, you don't have any time to do your job.
Yes.
I mean, this is full-time job, social media. So I leave it to the people at Touro that actually know what they're doing, and then that frees me up to actually do what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. It is a whole other job in and of itself. I mean,
yes.
my puppies are to the point now when I get up in the morning and they see me with my phone in my hand, they know that this is social media time. And they're not going to get to play. Mommy's working. It's like, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to be at work until 10. But you have to start that early,
without a doubt.
to really get connected.
First thing I do.
It's changed drastically over even, say, the last 3.5 years. You guys remember when I first got here to Channel 13, I was social media producer.
Right.
Had no idea what that meant. No one here even knew what that meant. Go in that back room, throw out some tweets and some Facebook posts. And then it drastically turned into now we have an entire digital department. Right. And I've seen it grow like that. And now, I mean, beyond Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I think Facebook has made a huge comeback. We were talking about that in the meeting because now they've taken what Periscope is doing and said, you know what? Zuckerberg has said, I'm going to make Facebook a one-stop shop. Not only can you basically tweet, right? You can put out 140 characters or more. You can post pictures. You can now live stream video. our anchors
Right.
are doing it every day
Right.
before
We're-
newscasts.
it
we are
amazing?
required to do it, and I think, but Shell, you make a very good point. It takes up a lot of your time because
Yes, it does.
because you have, in order to engage people, you've got to be creative. You've got to give us some thought. You can't just say anything, and you also now in this day and age have to be so PC. Your tweet, let's start.
Correct.
Just say, can we say Kanye West? Your tweets and your posts can really
it's there
inflame
forever.
people. It's there forever. Yeah.
And I don't want to date myself. However, to give you some idea of how far we've come when it comes to communication and social interaction, when my family first got a telephone, our phone number was 779, and you picked up the receiver, and an operator would say, "What number can I connect you to?" I mean, and imagine in my own lifetime going from 779 to having iPhones and iPads and every other device known to man just to keep in communication with
It's probably going
everyone.
to start going backwards now too. Your grandkids, eventually are going to be picking up the
telephone.
receiver again and being like, "Look at this cool device, Throwback
Wow.
Thursday."
Isn't that something? Yeah.
What do you guys think at home? Share your thoughts. It is exciting on our Valley View Live Facebook page. Hop on Twitter or Instagram, mention at Valley View Live, and always use that hashtag VVLive.